I'm gonna need my knee here. Yeah!
Sean and I always like to be close. We always like, if we go to lunch, we sit next to each other just to, hold hands.
Oh, TP!
Where's Nick? Where is Nick? You already have this. You see Nick?
Did he?
That is a great guy.
Just so you know, Nick's dad made him that. How many of your dads have made you a big head mode? That's amazing.
I didn't see a handbook for that, so there might be two.
That's creepy.
Right over it.
Where's Dad at? Where is he?
He's watching live.
On Twitch. Oh.
Excellent.
Hey, Nick's dad.
His username is probably going to be Mr. Sprinkles. So.
Once again, how many of your dads have the name Mr. Sprinkles?
Nick's dad is awesome.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Screwattack panel. This is us. For those who don't know, I'll give you a quick rundown. Nick, start who you are.
I'm Nick.
I'm Craig.
I'm Brian.
I'm Sean. I'm Sam.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Ben. And I'm Chad.
All right. So today we're gonna be really casual about today. We have a little bit of just a tiny little bit of structure because we've been working on SGC. So we figured we'd share a few things that are coming up on the horizon with Screwattack and things we're working on, things that are gonna be happening in the next 6 months, year or so. Then just kind of open it up to Q&A. We got a special video game vault, which is going to debut here first that Nick put together, and he is ensured everyone may fall over and die from laughter. So, yep. So, I'll just start off really quick before, you look like you're going to say something, Chad. What's
Oh yeah, I was going to say, first of all, who's having fun?
I see some faces out here that were with me last night. For those who don't know, the panel name was 007373593, and that is the code to fight Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And I sat on that corner of the stage over there playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I started at 11 o'clock and we finished right around 5 last night
In a big jumpsuit.
and I lost every single time. Feedback? Yeah, it was crazy, but it was so much fun, and I'm really tired today.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it, but the thing is, we had to stop simply because this poor young lady here on camera, the camera over here, she was just hanging out. We got Mr. Rusko in the back, the guy who does all of our stuff back there, all of the twisting and tweaking, making that thing look pretty and for everyone on the stream and stuff. And they just stayed up with me all night. And then they woke up 3 hours later to be here to pick. So I didn't want to. Let's give them a big round. I swear that before SGC is over, Mike's going down. What's up? Hey, all right. Hey, Dr. Robin. Okay, so how about this? Does anybody have anything they'd like to share right now? Any funny stories or anything? And then I'll get into the stuff that's coming coming later on. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. So, Lauren, real quick, you and Sam wanted to talk about pulled pork sandwiches.
Well, before we actually talk about food, we really wanted to talk about vomit for a second. The amount of times that we have all either vomited or come very close to vomiting at this job is unbelievable. How many of you have seen the half-gallon challenge? Yeah? Okay. How many of you have Advantage content and have seen when we got Craig's spit all over us?
Actually, I think I'm one of the only people that hasn't vomited at work. I've seen a lot of us do it, but I've gotten close like a half dozen times now, but I've never actually vomited.
The only time I really felt like vomiting was when I think I've only been early days of Screwattack. The NAD hit was very prominent. The ball hit, the initiation, I guess. And
Are you saying you vomited from being hit in the balls too hard?
No, I was about to say, I almost did.
Yeah,
I almost did.
yeah.
Fucking Sean.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like that's kind of where the line was crossed, right? Sean crossed the line and crossed it by about 3 miles.
He was
too far.
excited. Just wanted to be his first DNA with us. Hey, Chad. Boom! Context.
To show our brass knuckles, though.
We need context. Chad, give me context.
Okay, so Craig created this stupid ass holiday. It's called Dia de Huevos, which isn't even the way you should say it in Spanish. You should say Los Huevos, not De Los Huevos, but De Huevos. Anyway, so we created this stupid holiday because he wanted to have a holiday. And what we have to do is we have to play like Ultimate Party Challenge for the Wii, listen to like early 90s hits like Ace of Base, Decorated Cactus.
Sounds pretty awesome, right? I'm just saying.
Decorated Cactus Worcester. And then also, the horrible part of it is if you step on a red dot or touch a red dot, you get hit in the nuts. Right?
I love this holiday.
Because we've always had a girl in the office, and it's like, what do we do? You know, like, I'm not even suggest anything because then we go sexual harassment. It's just not fair.
It's not it's a gender biased holiday. It sucks.
Oh, it really is, but it's great.
I'm all for gender empowerment, man. I want Lauren to have an upper hand on everybody. That's what I'm saying. She's awesome. She wins every year.
I think I won it, Ultimate Party Challenge as well. Or I didn't win, but I didn't.
I won.
There you go.
No, but yeah, so Sean's first Dia de Huevos was coming up, and he was all getting excited. Well, no one told him that, like, yeah, okay, we do it, but he's not trying to, completely crush the other person's genitals.
Oh, God.
Sean was really excited, and I came into work that day, and Sean was relatively new at the time.
Yep.
And so he called me in for something. So I'm like, oh, Sean probably has a question about something. So I come walking in. He's like, will you take a look at this? He'd like set up a trap. So he had a laptop open, and he's like, will you take a look at this? So I walk up, and on the floor was a dot. So I'm like, yeah,
I
what?
saw it coming,
Is that
I
one?
felt
And he
really
just
bad.
goes, I mean, like, full on, it just bam, it just crushes me. And he recorded it, so that's on camera.
Like Chad does not get mad. Like he gets upset sometimes, but like Chad was like, it was one of those things where Chad just needed to step away because I was like, I will fucking kill Sean. Usually it's just like, ha ha ha, goof. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Yeah. When you came into the office that day, and I was just like on the floor next to my desk.
Yeah, that's how I knew it was bad, because Craig came in and looked at me and he's like, yeah, okay, so we didn't really explain to you how this is supposed to go. I have an employee in the front of the office now that is pretty much going to have to go home sick. But luckily, Chad stuck through
Freaking great.
just so he could get back to me later.
Yeah, I got you. It was in the little thank you
The little
video.
montage, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
I would like to say though, on that note, Dia de Huevos, that was my first one ever, as well as yours, right?
And mine.
I've been watering that cactus for 1.5 years. The only person that takes care of it, yeah, you know, it's got some flowers and shit. That cactus going ham. You know, it's
When you watch when you do Screwing Around, where you have that set that has like the Pac-Man and the Mario background. On the shelf. Yeah, on the shelf is the Dia de Huevos cactus, and it's constantly growing and constantly being nurtured by your viewership love.
Let me we got too big for that pot.
That's the thing, is it'll like sprout all around it, so it's in this tiny little pot, but it'll get huge.
Right, because trying to hold a cactus with like the tiniest little pot is like the best way to do it.
I think it's a plastic pot too, which makes it even better. So you can whatever. Anyway, so let's talk more about cactuses.
So what's your favorite kind of cactus?
What else we got?
All four sandwiches.
Somehow we were talking about vomiting.
I know, we were talking about
Vomiting sandwiches.
Ben knows about vomiting.
Yeah, wait. I was gonna say, you guys are all talking about vomit stories. Maybe about vomit. You guys.
Yeah!
You're gonna throw up. I did. It was the worst throw. I think my throat was scarred for life after that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so salsa challenge? Yeah, salsa challenge. Okay, that was I said this before. By default, all right. So,
I don't know about that.
who's actually seen the salsa challenge video? Woo! Who has not seen the salsa challenge video? Okay, let's set it up. So
One day, back when we were in high school, Nick goes, "Hey Ben, I want to challenge you to an eating contest." Okay, and what? Salsa.
I remember you challenging me, and I said, "Bring it." And so
the point is, the challenge was thrown down, right? So, what better way to compete on than Nick's favorite condiment, salsa, right?
Okay.
Hot sauce.
Just FYI, Nick is insane with hot sauce. He'll
Puts
put
it on cookies.
What the
I put hot sauce on my burgers, my hot dogs, my sandwiches, spaghetti, pizza. I tried the SpaghettiOs once. It didn't actually work because it's weird sauce.
I'll be being a normal person. I like salsa on my chips. You know, get some good Mexican food. Tacos are good with it. So, you know.
So the premise was very simple. We start with the mildest salsa and work our way up to Dave's Insano sauce, right? And
There's a warning label on this Dave's Insanity bottle sauce that says, "Warning, you can actually use this to remove grease stains on your garage floor." I'm not even kidding.
and like the serving size is like a drop. Like literally it's just like oop, and it's very cartoony. Yeah, the mushroom cloud comes out from wherever you So
Well, this was also like the worst setup ever because we didn't have any water to wash
Yes.
everything down.
So 3 ounces of pink country time lemonade and some whole milk. Just as all.
Not even full cup.
And then it was just days before last summer.
yeah. There's so much bad, like such a horrible idea. But so we sit down, we go to this like local elementary school, and we set them down at this table, and let's see, Jose was there at the time, Corey was there at the time, and Destin was there. And like it was actually Destin's and Corey's first experience at Screwattack, and it was a great way to ring them in. Because, so they start like they don't just like dip their chips right in there, like they literally start shooting it, and it's like whoa, this is gonna be good. And after they get to like the third salsa, like Ben literally starts shaking, like his hands. I was like, and I'm like, whoa, Ben, you probably want to slow down there, buddy. And he's like, no, I gotta keep going. He's just like shooting this stuff like it's nothing.
It's dripping all over my mouth. We're not feeling it.
No, it's horrible. And me, like, I'm trying to keep this thing moving and pouring them 3 ounces of country time lemonade at a time as they're trying to cool the heat in their mouth. But Nick keeps pushing us. That makes Ben keep pushing it because Ben doesn't want to lose to him. So eventually, like,
Because the loser was supposed to dress up as Princess Peach.
Yes.
At like
At
8 or
E3.
something. We still haven't done it. As you see next week.
Well,
You know what else we still haven't done really quick? Nick hasn't dressed like a clown yet.
Oh!
Because if everybody remembers, whoever lost the March Madness bracket had to dress like a clown in this.
Yeah, what the hell?
It was my idea too. Lauren,
no? Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow at SGC, all day, Nick will be dressed as a clown.
That nobody was bringing it up. I thought I would have forgotten. I thought it was off scot-free.
Sucker. All right. So back to the story. They're pounding this crap away, and Ben starts shaking. Ben literally, like, at a certain point, he makes this, like,
Ben
horrible sound.
gets up, and that's when the most awful noise you've
Well,
ever heard.
hang on, we got to the Dave's Insanity Sauce.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
yeah.
to that. Like, I was fine.
No, you weren't.
Then we got to the Dave's Insanity Sauce, and I knew that was it. That was like the last one. We had to get that Dave's Insanity Sauce down. It was either him or me, whoever got down first, right? So I decided to take a little bit more than I think any living person could handle. Because, you know, Nick is over there just sipping it really slowly, which is smart, and I kind of chug a gulp.
It was like a teaspoon.
Yeah, right, you're not supposed to have more than a drop, right? Yeah, I had like a teaspoon, so...
He stands up and, like, so I edited that video, and I did, like, the video, and I kind of scripted it out and such, but when I saw him stand up, the first, like, in the video, the theme to Meridia from Super Metroid hits.
Oh, God.
It's like this soft, like, soothing, like, oh, shit. Like, and I thought that was so perfect for that, because he stood up and you could just see Vince's face go from, like, he's like, ah, rah, rah, and it hits him and he's just like,
And then suddenly mass chaos.
yeah, like, in a span of like 10 seconds, Vin makes this sound. He's like,
That sound is one of the most horrifying things I have ever heard in my life.
Audio. Not once has any sound more horrifying been heard than what came out of Ben's mouth.
The other day,
Yeah.
it was like a year ago or something like that. I don't remember. Ben was like saying something. He's like, oh, something with my eye. And he goes, pow! And he did like one of them, you know, and I was like, oh shit.
Once or twice a year,
After
he'll make the noise
I
again.
still have the scars in my throat somewhere after all this.
like that day,
Yeah.
Vin's cough changed. Vin's cough changed and Screwattack changed.
And see, like, to add on to the story though, this was done like on a Friday or Saturday or something like that, and we were in high school at the time. And, you know, didn't hear from Ben on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Monday comes around, he's not in class. Tuesday comes around, he's still not there. We're getting very scared. And it turns out, he's just like there the next day. Like, dude, we tried to call you.
Yeah.
He did? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, there's more to the story of the mass chaos that was happening. I had worn long sleeves that day. And at some point, I had gotten salsa on my sleeves. So while I'm hunched over, hacking up, I wiped my forehead. Salsa gets on my forehead and drips down into my eyes. So I am not only hacking up, I'm also blinded. I do not have any water to wash my eyes out.
So literally, my I look around and I'm like, where's the closest water? I'm looking for like hoses, like just a spigot that we can just drench his shirt in. And I see this fountain, it's like this bird fountain across the street. I'm like, running, I'm taking off my shirt, throwing it in there, and just bringing it over to Ben.
That's what it
Those are dirty bird fountains.
And it was in my eye then. Alright. Well, at least I could see. Yeah, and then who cares? Carried me to Destin's car, and Destin became my emergency escape vehicle to a Walmart to find some water, and almost ran over this poor old lady and her little grandson were just walking across the parking lot. It's like blaring the horn, get out of the way! Salsa! Driving us.
That shot of Jose just running, hearing poor, just dying men. Beautiful, tender shot.
Freaking Nick is just sitting over there on some swing set, grinning like a
Nick broke.
Well, what just happened, everyone?
Nick broke.
Something
Dad's gonna hate you now.
Well, so that was a fun day. That was definitely the day that I learned
broke the
that
mic.
things can go wrong at work. And someone could possibly die from doing crazy things. So that was definitely like the,
So we kept doing food challenges.
But eating challenges are different, so you throw up a little bit. You may get into that.
Describe that though as the day Screwattack almost ended.
Yeah, like really, like, well, it did because if like Ben dies,
how do you
do?
go down and kill an employee?
Yeah.
Salsa.
I don't think we're ever going to do a salsa challenge again. And I don't think we dare anybody to do it ever because it is dangerous, obviously.
Well, we went from one end of the spectrum to the other with like blazing hot salsa to freezing cold ice cream. And you think maybe we should just find something in the middle because like the two of us for half an hour after the ice cream were laying out in the you guys have felt that Texas sun.
Wait, we can go to both extremes and have like a poorly cooked hot pocket. So it's like.
Oh god, it hurts so bad. And he's like, oh, the middle sucks.
Did you just throw down? Are you throwing down?
You want to come at me?
We're throwing out the challenge?
Oh shit.
You want a hot pocket?
I'll eat so many hot pockets.
Oh. Do it. Do it.
Shitty microwave.
What is the idea of like just who can eat the most or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine.
Do we give you like an hour time? See, this is the negotiation period right here. So, do we give you like an hour to eat as much as you can, or do we give you like a dozen hot pockets, whoever finishes it first?
It should be alternated, frozen and hot.
See, but nobody can eat a frozen hot
Well,
pocket.
we
Like,
actually have to think about that just because like it's gonna be hard. Like, because what hot pocket probably takes about 2 minutes to cook. I know we can kill a first couple hot pockets in 2 minutes. Like we'll just be sitting there waiting. We'll have to get like a large convection oven, or yeah, cook them by like I don't know.
well, this is coming soon. Breaking news. That's a good idea. Just put them in the fridge. Don't even cook them. Don't even cook them.
Shit. Oh shit.
Just thaw them. Just thaw them out.
Yeah, we'll thaw them
Just
out.
thaw them. Don't even cook them.
No, we're not eating talking. We'll just thaw out.
Yeah, but like cheese
Oh, I hear you. I like how this is going.
But on that note,
Welcome to the Screwattack Hot Pockets panel.
Lauren and I did it so because we both have an immense amount of admiration for one another and especially food. We were up early this morning and we were talking about like what we really enjoyed about SGC so far, and we're like, oh man, we've got to eat like meeting community members has been freaking awesome. Like I get to put so many faces to names of these kind of things. It's great. I mean,
With that pulled pork sandwich,
yeah, and
I
then,
tell
like,
you
our
what.
eyes connect and we're like, but that pulled pork sandwich. That was a sandwich. And seriously, you can get them out there. Oh my god, that shit. I saw some kids eating it earlier. They were like, I was like, that's a good sandwich, right? He's like, oh my god.
I woke up this morning and my first question was, are we still doing the snacks and stuff? And they said, yeah. I was like, is it the same menu? Can I still get that sandwich again? Because my priorities are in the right place naturally.
Yeah, so pretty much as great as everything is, like SGC for me is just like, oh, we get a pulled pork sandwich. Like next year, I'm gonna be like, pulled pork sandwich gonna be there? That's my big question. It's like, what kind of guests we get? We got pulled pork sandwich as our panelists.
They're available out there, just so you know. And it's actually a pretty big sandwich. And it's pretty damn good too.
I'm always hungry, so it's not even a change.
Alright.
You can go from being full to hungry, hungry all day, every day.
So, we're about 20-something minutes in. So how about we talk about like some of the stuff that we have coming up, then we'll show off the video we have, and then we can do some Q&A. Does that sound good? Cool? Alright, so a few things we have coming up. Screwattack, everyone, hopefully you know we've kind of launched a games division at Screwattack. It's called Screwattack Games, and we're actually serving as publishers for indie developers. We're actually publishing the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures game, which hopefully, who's played that in here? Yeah, you can play it down to the indie heaven. Have you guys enjoyed it? Has it been great? Yeah. Cool, yeah, it is hard, very hard. It's very much an old school game in that if you know the idea is that so many games nowadays you play for 6 hours and you win because you played it for 6 hours and you're like escorts you through the game. Like I want this game to be like what happened last night with Mike Tyson's Punch Out, to where when you beat it, you feel accomplished. You're like, I did something with my life. I beat AVG and Adventures. So, and you will by the time it's done. So, really excited about that. And we're not going to stop there, because we're going to be, like, I really want to make Screwattack games a big part of Screwattack. So, like, indie developers and such, I mean, by all means, feel free to approach me with your ideas and such. I mean, we'd love to help make them possible. You know, especially moving into 2014, I'd love to do 3, 4, 5 games next year. And really make Screwattack games a big part of the indie gaming landscape, for sure. Because, I think it's awesome. It's exciting for us, and I think AVG Adventures is an awesome jumping off point. So.
One thing I've heard though, like from telling people about Screwattack games, and I think it is a positive characteristic about it, is because all of them come through us. Like we don't settle for anything. But like with making the AVG game, we've played so many alpha things, and it's like we're a staff, unlike a lot of people are like, okay, let's get the game out. And you see the studios and stuff. For us, it's like, let's just do what we can to make this as good as possible, no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, we have such a good screen of critical thinking people when it comes to video games that it's just like, you know, it's helped a lot so far.
Yeah, for sure. And it's I mean, you're right. You're right in that we're so critical of our own stuff. And like, we're not like some crazy PR company or you know, like we have a vested interest in making this awesome. Especially with AVG Adventures, we know that it's like our first chance to do our real like console Steam game. And it's got to be awesome. And we also know it's the first chance that the Nerd has released a real official game. He's had fan games made for him, but this is like the official Nerd game. So we got to make this awesome. And we're setting the bar high for everything we do. So yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be a big part of things moving forward. So I just want to get on that. Another thing that's coming up later this year, we are going to be launching. For the first time ever, a second channel at Screwattack. We're going to be launching on YouTube a channel based around gameplay and such, and you know, commentaries and things like that. It seems like it's a pretty fun thing to do for a lot of people. So we're like, hey, let's do this thing, because we have all these games, we have the knowledge of games. So let's play them and have some fun, and you know, like you'll get some like Wiz and Boomstick maybe do some every once in a while. Death Battle, you get some crossover stuff like that, and. The biggest thing is, it's going to be cool. It's going to be called Mega Buster. So,
nice.
Since the time.
Woo!
Yeah, it's kind of like screwing around. I guess. So, a lot of people were like, when we took Screwing Around and we went from like every day to once a week, we were like, oh, well, this is a good opportunity for you to screw around constantly. So, yeah.
It doesn't have screw in the name, so that's always really helpful.
Yeah. Hey, you'd be surprised. Like we talked about that yesterday. Like SGC is now like just technically SGC. It's not like Screwattack Gaming Convention, because we found that parents were very scared of the name Screwattack and taking their kids to a convention with screw in the title. So
it can happen at any time.
Just out of nowhere in the corner.
You're just walking around. Some guy just leaps out.
Awesome. So.
Just leave it there.
That guy might
just like, yeah,
Get screwed.
All right. So let's go with we have on the horizon. There's some other things that I can't talk about yet, but all good things for sure. So I'll tell you, let's we're gonna run this video game ball, which I put together. What's the game?
Life and Death for DOS. It's a surgery simulator. So,
Oh God.
my hands, you know.
Has anybody played Life and Death for DOS?
Dr. Robotic has played Life and Death for DOS.
So literally 5 people in this entire, 6 people in this entire room are gonna get this game. That's good, Nick. Good choice. All right. So I'll tell you what. If you like to, I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. That's the beauty of the vault, man.
It exposes people. Yes.
Yeah, Needle Storm's experience.
No, no. Destin's here.
Is he able to research?
Destin, you here, buddy?
Hi, Destin.
Hey, Destin. Everyone stand up. Give Destin say hi to everybody. Come on, stand up. Stand your ass up, Destin. Worked at Screwattack for 2 years, 3 years? Yeah, a long time, and he was a big part of getting Hard News up and going. He was the first host of Hard News. Now he works at IGN. And yeah, congratulations to him. It's awesome. So Jose's in the back. Is Jose here too?
Yeah.
Where's Jose? Jose's back. Yeah, so Jose's back there too. We got the Screwattack reunion panel tomorrow, so you can come see those guys. I think it's going to be Destin and Corey's here.
Destin, Jose, Corey, Jared, and Ryan Stout.
So you can catch up to see what everyone's doing nowadays, and I'm sure they'll have plenty of stories. Yeah.
I didn't mean to derail it.
Way to go. You derailed something great. So if you, we'll do Q&A after this. So while this is going, if you'd like to do Q&A, let's try to keep the center area clear right here because we have the microphone. So if you'd like to ask a question, you can hop in line for the microphone. And but when we're done, we can let's get you off over here to the side. You can scoot up wherever you like, my man. Would you mind moving that mic? Cool. So let's go and run that video. And if you'd like to have a question, by all means, let's hop in line.